I imagine most of you have heard about the deal. You know I like the NBA. Talked about it yesterday. It happened after our show. D'Angelo Russell and that awful contract go to the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets give the Lakers a first-round pick and take arguably the worst contract in the NBA off their hands. It's a slam dunk for the Lakers. In salary cap leagues, bad contracts are every general manager's nightmare. They hurt you now, and they inhibit your future. The Mozgov contract was atrocious. He can't play. It's a position that's dying, and he was absurdly expensive. Timofey Mozgov is having a tight family budget and owning a Hummer that doesn't start. He was a pager. He's a VCR. He's a Walkman. And the Lakers got to say yesterday, take a walk, man. Forget every other part of this deal with the Nets. Forget the fact you got another first-round pick. Forget that you got a better center, Brook Lopez, who can actually hit threes. He's a modern center, long, runs the court well, and he's got an expiring contract. Forget all that stuff. The Lakers, in the process of dumping $50 million of that dead money, opened up huge free agent possibilities. They're not done. They still have to tweak the roster to get two maxes, but they will. Listen, the Lakers, when Magic took this job, were trapped. They had two abscessed teeth. They had a cinder block on each foot. They had two expensive SUVs in the garage. Neither started. One is gone, and now you can do with the Lou Aldang contract a little jerry-rigging. There's a rule in the NBA that you can space that bad contract out over several years, and it will not inhibit you landing two free agents. Forget the lineup. Just forget the fact that Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Brook Lopez, Julius Randle, maybe a Jordan Clarkson is better than last year. Forget that. Forget the first pick. Forget that first-round pick that could eventually land you Paul George earlier than later. You got rid of an abscessed tooth of a contract, and you had two of them, and you were trapped, and one's gone. That's a home run for the Lakers. But Colin D'Angelo Russell, yeah, maybe he goes to Brooklyn and he grows up. Maybe he matures. Maybe he feels bigger in the watered-down, weaker East. Maybe instead of being a 3 in L.A., he's a 7 in Brooklyn. But it's still a crap sandwich on better bread. He was never going to be an all-star in the West. Portland alone has two guards who are both significantly better. Golden State, depending on if you like Livingston, maybe has 3. D'Angelo Russell is not a franchise point guard in the West when you feel like Mike Conley coming to town is a break and he's good. He was just in the West, not good enough. It's a little like college football. A good running back in the Big 12 or Mountain West may not stand out in the SEC when you consider the front sevens and the defenses. D'Angelo Russell in the West was never even going to sniff an all-star team. And you got rid of the Mozgov contract. That is fantastic. That is a win for the Lakers. And couple it with this story today. Listen to this. Boy, stuff works quick in the NBA. Jimmy Butler was warned last night to stay away from the Cavs. According to a Cleveland source close to the situation, several of the Cavaliers, Kyrie, LeBron, who have been prodding Butler to push for a trade from the Bulls the last 4 or 5 days, are now warning him to stay away from the suddenly volatile situation. By getting rid of David Griffin, and LeBron went to Twitter, went to social media, and acknowledged, loved him, respected him, the LeBrons and Kyries and Love, according to the Chicago Sun-Times, could be headed for an unforeseen early breakup. Listen, Cleveland, the downside to dating a supermodel, she's always looking somewhere else. Unless you're Tom Brady, she's always looking somewhere else. So that's where we start today. Yesterday was a great, great day to be a Laker fan.